What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little pregnancy Q&A. I am putting a little lip mask on because I realized I need something on I always need something on my lips before I start my makeup. Anyway, today's video is going to be, like I said, a pregnancy Q&A. I'm about halfway through my pregnancy and I figured I would also do like a little get ready with me while I answer a few of your questions. So if you are new here, my name is Sarah. I am actually filming on my new Sony, I think it's the VZ1 or ZV1, I always mix that up. I'm really hoping that this is looking okay because it's the first time I'm actually filming with it, but I love it so far. It's such a cute little camera. If I end up loving this camera as much as I hope I do, I'll give you guys a little review on it, why I love it, that sort of thing, if you're interested. But let's jump into a little pregnancy Q&A. Get ready with me. So for makeup today, I'm gonna try and use a few different things. I have been doing the same exact makeup routine for the last month, maybe two, and I already posted that makeup look on my YouTube channel. I will link it right here in case you guys haven't seen it. So I'm gonna try and use some new products today just to keep things interesting. I also just wanna test a few new things out. So this is the Kat Von D Lock-It foundation. I'm very intrigued. She did a whole rebrand. This is a whole vegan brand now, so I'm very interested to see how this is gonna be. It has a little pump, which is nice. And this is the shade Light 49 Neutral. I have no clue how the shade is gonna look on me, but we're just gonna give it the old try. So before I start with that, I'm gonna prime with my Cover FX Custom Blending Moisturizer. I just want a little bit more of a smooth canvas. Okay, so if you are just joining or you're new to my channel or my pregnancy journey, I am about to be 23 weeks pregnant. I think when this video goes up, I will be 24 weeks pregnant. But I really wanted to film this video as I'm right in the middle of my pregnancy because I did a little Q&A at the beginning of my pregnancy with my husband, and wow, this is full coverage. Now that it's been 20 weeks, I wanted to catch you guys up and answer any questions you might have about what it's been the last 20 weeks. I think this is the wrong shade, but we're gonna make it work. The first question is, what has been the hardest part about being pregnant? I touched on this in my first Q&A video, but I just didn't realize how hard it was gonna be. I just kind of thought, people get pregnant, happens every day. No, it's crazy. So I guess the hardest part I would say is probably not knowing how I'm gonna feel day to day, because every day is so different. Every day you kind of wake up and see what you're gonna get. It's a nice little surprise, except it's not, because some days I have so much to do or so much planned and I can't do any of it because I either feel like crap physically or emotionally, hormones and hormonally, if that's a word, they're crazy. That foundation actually looks really nice. I didn't even need the whole pump. I'm not even gonna use the rest of this because I don't think I need it. The second trimester has been significantly easier. So if you're in your first trimester, hang in there. At least for me, things got a lot better. I wanna say around 17, 18 weeks. I remember being okay, it's the first day of my second trimester. I'm supposed to start feeling better. And it really didn't happen for 3 weeks after that, till I consistently felt a lot better. So just hang in there. I've heard the third trimester is not great. I don't know if it's as bad as the first. I think you just get really uncomfortable because you're getting so big. You get so much bigger the second 20 weeks than you do the first 20 weeks. The baby grows so much faster the second half. So I have noticed significant body changes in the last even just 2 weeks. I feel my bump's getting bigger faster and it's freaking me out. For blush, I'm gonna use this guy right here. I love products like this. This is the Smashbox LA Lights Blendable Lip and Cheek Color. So I love products like this because I can really just be kind of liberal with them and put them all over. Next question, something you were certain on and then pregnancy completely changed your mind or thoughts. I love this question. So I was I think I was more terrified of labor before I got pregnant. I feel as a woman and as a girl, just growing up, if you want kids, just knowing that the inevitable is that you have to go through labor. Some people are not scared or really think twice about it. I have always just been terrified of it. The whole idea of it scares the crap out of me. And then once I got pregnant, I don't know, or maybe as pregnancy has gone on, I'm not as scared of labor. Actually, I think this is like a recent development because I'm remembering in my first Q&A, I talked about how like someone asked me like, are you scared of labor? And I was like, yeah, I'm terrified. So I feel like something has changed over the last few weeks, I guess, months. And like, I just feel like a little more at peace and at ease about it. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but I think it's just like, because I know it has to happen, there's like no point in being so terrified about it and so scared of it. Like it's just, it is what it is. It's like what I have to do to get to meet my baby. Like I'm just so excited to meet the baby. I'm like, if I have to go through hell to get there, that's what I have to do, which like, that's what I have to do. Maybe it won't be hell, like who knows how my labor will go, but a few weeks I may feel totally differently. But so far or recently, I feel like I've just like, I don't know, I've kind of gotten a little bit more comfortable with the idea because it's just like inevitable. So what's the point in freaking myself out, you know? I love this question. What food or drink do you miss the most that you can't have while pregnant? I'll do food and drink. Drink is alcohol. Can I say alcohol just as a whole? No, I miss red wine by far the most. Red wine has always been like my favorite thing. Like I even drank red wine in college. I just miss it so much. Like I just constantly miss it. Whenever I see anyone drinking it on a TV show, in a movie, on Instagram, in person, I'm just like looking at it and I swear I'm like salivating. I'm like, that is all I want. I just cannot wait. I really can't wait. Like I know I'm gonna try and breastfeed. So if I drink, you know, like maybe I'll have to pump and dump or whatever, but I don't plan on waiting until I'm done breastfeeding to drink again. I just don't. Like, I just want a glass of wine, just one glass. And I know many women do drink during pregnancy and like, that's totally your call. Like whatever works for you, zero judgment over here. Just for my first pregnancy, I decided like, I'm not going to. Maybe I'll feel differently for my next pregnancy, but as of now, I'm not, and I miss red wine so much. Food, I think I would have to say sushi, like real sushi. I have ordered cooked sushi a few times. It's not the same. It's not even close. Like one time I got it and it totally like curbed my craving, and then I got it another time and I couldn't even finish it. It was disgusting. So that's the other thing, like my stomach is so weak now. Yeah, my stomach was always pretty sensitive, but now like I can't even watch people on TV. Like I watch The Challenge a lot and they do like eating challenges sometimes. I can't even watch it. I can't even like watch someone gag or throw up. I can't even see something remotely gross or I will start to feel that feeling of like, it's crazy how weak my stomach is now. And I have talked to other pregnant women who've also experienced this. So like, I'm wondering, like, let me know if you guys have experienced that, but like, I have such a weak stomach. Next one is any body or skincare products you're using for your growing bump. Yes, so I'm actually filming a pregnancy skincare video that will be up before this video. And I will link that. I'll have it drop down right here and I'll link it below. So that will tell you all of the skincare products that I've been using, body, face, everything. This is the Dear Dahlia brow pencil. I feel like I've used this a million times on my channel, so you probably know it. I'm just gonna set my brows with my Benefit 24 Hour. This is my all-time favorite brow product. I actually had a bunch of questions about this on Instagram recently just because I had put this on and went on stories and people were like, whoa, what'd you do to your brows? And I was like, I literally, all I did was put my gel in them that I use all the time. I hadn't even filled them in. They give you like a really pretty, like, you can do like a feathery, see how I'm like feathering them up? Almost like laminated look if you want. And if you don't like that, you don't have to have that. You can just use this gel to keep your brows like totally in place. They do not move, which is so necessary for me because when I used to fill in my brows, I wouldn't use a brow gel and my brows would just flop down and they look so bad. So now I know. I haven't used this in a really long time. This is the Too Faced Pumpkin Spice Palette. It has just really good shades. It's not so pretty. Okay, next question is what has been your favorite part about being pregnant? That one's hard. I feel like it's probably been just like the connection that I feel with my baby and like knowing that what I'm doing is so insane and how wild and cool it is, and almost like being a part of this new club where like I understand what moms and pregnant women everywhere have been through. It's just like, it's a really cool experience overall. Like, yes, it is challenging. Yes, there are things I wish did not come along with it, but I just think like knowing that I'm doing it is really cool. The other thing that I really love is just I really eat whatever I want, whenever I want. Like, I have given myself such grace on, like, if I'm hungry and I need a burger, I order a burger. If, like, I just do what I need to do. Sorry, I'm looking for a brush. I just do what I need to do for my, like, for myself, for my mental health. Like, and I don't feel guilty about it. You know, when you're, at least for me, like, not being pregnant, if I would like order pizza or be bad and like whatever, you always have like this little pit of like guilt of like, oh, I probably shouldn't have eaten that, or like, oh, I feel like shit now because I ate that. I've given that up, which I feel like is such a nice like little benefit and little treat of being pregnant. Like, I just get to do what I want because what I'm doing is so amazing that I deserve every slice of pizza and every, you know, cheeseburger and every scoop of ice cream that I want. Of course, I try and do it in, what's the word? I also can't think anymore, like my brain doesn't work. In moderation. I'm not over here like pounding burgers and pizza every day, but because I wanna like be healthy for the baby. But, you know, I give myself a break, which is really nice for eating. Oh, this one is, are self-tanners safe to use while pregnant? If so, which ones do you recommend? I actually have a self-tanning video. I was pregnant when I created the video. So yeah, you just have to check ingredients. It'll really depend on the one you're using, but the one that I use is the Bondi Sands Express. I'll link that video for you guys in case you're interested, because it's like my favorite way to use a self-tanner. Symptoms, cravings, thoughts. This is a great open-ended question. I think I'm gonna put a winged liner on. So symptoms for second trimester have been, I still get really tired, like unexpectedly. Workouts take a lot out of me, but I at least have the energy to work out, which is really nice. Because in my first trimester, I could barely work out. I could barely do anything. I definitely have mood swings, but like I'm a moody person in general. So I feel like that could be pregnancy or not, but the hormonal mood swings are definitely pregnancy because they're outrageous. Like, they're not normal. And then like 10 minutes go by and I'm like, that was a full-on hormonal breakdown. That was not normal. So that's been fun. Poor Ethan. What else? Cravings? I haven't had like crazy cravings. I feel like cereal has been the one thing, the one constant. I have like little cravings for like weeks here and there. Like, I was doing crackers and cheese and grapes a lot. I guess that's like sort of a craving. Next question is, does Ethan get paternity leave from work? Yes, he does. Thank the Lord. He has a really good paternity leave, what's the word? Policy at his work. So I'm very excited about that because it'll just be nice to be home together and really just worrying about the babe and not, you know, worrying about work. Do you feel bloated all the time? Do you feel heavier? I don't feel bloated all the time, but I definitely feel bloated sometimes. It really just depends on what I eat, which is very similar to when you're not pregnant. I feel like I totally get that question though. When you like have a belly, you must think like, oh, does that feel like you're full all the time? It really doesn't. You feel totally, well, I do. I feel totally normal. I just have a belly sticking out, but I don't feel like bloated or full unless I ate something that made me super bloated. And do I feel heavier? Not really. Like, I just feel like I look heavier in this general region, but I don't feel like my body is heavier. Things are like tighter. That's another second trimester symptom. Like, things are tighter and stretching. Things are like moving and stretching out, and that's painful. But no, I guess I don't really feel heavier yet. I feel like third trimester is when I'm gonna feel heavier because I'm gonna be like waddling around. What are you planning on doing for a baby shower since you don't know the gender? I probably wouldn't do like a gender themed baby shower anyway. And honestly, I haven't gotten that far. I'm not sure what we're gonna do for a shower yet. So TBD, stay tuned. Will you let us know names you picked? When the baby's born, I'll let you know. But before that, no. Are you having any aches and pains yet? Yeah, so I did just touch on that. Lots of aches and pains. It's crazy. My uterus expanding is causing me crazy aches and pains. Not to the point where I'm like, I feel like I'm dying, but it's just like a constant soreness and I'm like, oh my God, what is that? and I'm like, my uterus is literally just stretching out. And it's very weird. I was not expecting that. Yeah, I feel like my back does hurt. I have a really hard time getting comfortable in general, like on the couch, laying down. I have a hard time with that. But don't be nervous. So this person said 17 weeks here and nervous. Don't be nervous. Like for me, it's not like super painful. Honestly, the first trimester symptoms were a million times worse than me feeling like a little uncomfortable. This one is, are you looking into daycares already? No, you guys, I honestly haven't even, I have a few baby gifts that we've received from family and friends. They're under my bed right now because we don't even know where we're gonna be living. We are house hunting. If you don't watch my vlogs, you may not know that, but I'm sharing everything in my vlogs, so check those out if you haven't already. But we're trying to find a house before the baby's born. May or may not happen. If it doesn't happen, that's okay. We'll be here. And then I will kind of like rearrange things and figure out how we're gonna make that work. But no, so considering I don't know where I'm gonna live yet, I haven't thought about daycare at all. How did you find a doctor you really loved and felt comfortable with? This is super hard. I feel like everyone is so different. And since I had moved right before we got pregnant, I had to find a new doctor because my old doctor was in the North End. Now we're in Medford, and I didn't want to travel into the city for all my appointments. So, and also my doctor just like really pissed me off and like was not there for me when I needed them. So I was like, I'm done with you. I actually ended up in the ER when I was 8 weeks pregnant, and everything's totally fine. If you want to hear that story, go watch my other Q&A. But I asked the doctors in the ER if they had recommendations. They gave me a whole pamphlet, and they told me my doctor was just like highly, highly, highly loved, recommended, sought after. Like people loved this guy. I kept hearing his name over and over, and I was like, if people love this guy so much, like he must be amazing. So I went with it. I called, got an appointment, and that was it. And I love him. He's awesome. He just has like this calming energy. If you are local, I'm delivering at Melrose Wakefield, and my doctor is Dr. Dakianis. And like I said, I just love him. And every single person that I've come in contact with who knows him just has glowing things to say about him. So I'm so happy I found him, and I feel so comfortable and like at ease about labor. Like he just has this energy, and which is the opposite of my energy. So I know on the day of, I'm just gonna feel like he's gonna calm me down. He's gonna get me through it, get me where I need to go. Were you taking any prenatal vitamins and using an app before pregnancy? If so, did app help plan? So I had heard that once you go off birth control, or if you're like trying but not trying, it's good to take a prenatal just in case you accidentally get pregnant, because you may not know you're pregnant for a while, and then the baby isn't getting like all that nutrients in the like very beginning weeks, which is actually exactly what happened to me. I didn't know I was pregnant till I was 8 weeks pregnant. So had I not been taking a prenatal, they wouldn't have been getting all those nutrients. So one prenatal, I actually just posted about them that I love, is called Enfamom. It's from the brand Enfamil. That's a great one. I'll link a couple options for you guys below. But yeah, if you're like not trying, but not trying, but you're close, I would recommend taking a prenatal just in case, because I guess the spinal cord development is right at the very beginning. So it's important to have like the folate and the actual extra nutrients in your body if you can. And then yes, the app that I was using was, what was it called? Oh, the Flow app, FLO. And yeah, I was just tracking my period. And so it would also tell you when you were ovulating. And I think it helped because we got pregnant pretty quick. Are you doing anything in particular to prepare for birth/parenting? I feel pretty ready. I mean, I might take a few classes, like Lamaze classes, just to prepare me a little more for like actual labor. You know, we wouldn't have started trying if we didn't feel like we were ready to be parents. So I don't feel like there's much you can do to prepare to be a parent, short of like really, you know, talking with your partner about important things of like how you want to raise your child, which Ethan and I have done and did many years ago. Okay, camera died, but we are back on track. We're doing great. I'm about to put on my Hourglass highlight, the ambient palette. I think it's called the ambient palette. Okay, I usually just do this with this palette because it's so subtle of a highlight, but it looks really, really good and really natural. I don't remember what question I was in the middle of answering. About my doctor or prenatal app or birth, I don't know. Have you had to switch your leggings, or are you still wearing the same from pre-pregnancy? I love this question. I was wearing my same leggings, and then like as of this week, maybe even last week, end of last week, I cannot anymore. They are just too tight in every way. Like even my BBBs, which if you don't know, those are Booty by Bray bands. Those still fit me, but they definitely leave like indentations on my body, which means they're too tight. So I am making the switch to maternity leggings next because we're there now. We are there. There's nothing I can do about it. And that's okay. I'm actually excited to get some like big ones to go over my belly, you know? All right guys, makeup's done. I feel like I answered a ton of questions. Hopefully I give you a pretty good picture of like how my second trimester is going. I'm planning to do one more of these Q&As right before I'm about to go in to labor. Maybe not like right before, but just like at the end of my pregnancy, because I want to give you guys like a picture of like where I'm at from first trimester, second trimester, third trimester, because I know things change so much. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little Q&A. I hope everything looked good on the camera, and I hope you like this little makeup look. I'm actually very into it. I think it came out really cute. I will link and list all the products that I use below because I know I didn't do a very good job of like telling you exactly what everything was, but I'll give all the information to you guys in the description box down below. So thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Mwah!